Hello and welcome to a new episode. Today's episode is on fundraising tips and insight, and I chose Islamic Relief as a case study. So it helps. It helps to have something in front of us, and yeah. So as you can see, this is their main website, and again, Gaza, Palestine is mainstream now, and everyone wants to donate towards this cause. And when you look at the website now, uh, in web design, this is called your hero banner, yeah? So this is the first thing that you see. And straight away you can see who they are. This is their logo, very clear, Islamic Relief, their menu, and then you donate. Here's the call to action again, and you donate. Down here, straight away you can see, oops, okay, so you can select uh, where you want your fund to go. Is it one off? Is it regular? So we'll go for monthly. Okay, it changes. So it's really good. It's interactive. It's user friendly. And you go down. The next thing is Sudan, and not a lot of people are covering Sudan. And you can see straight away the branding. The blue, um, and then got also the yellow. They're using it a lot. Okay, for their call to action. And this is their upcoming challenges. We're going to speak about this. Okay, so when you look at a website, a lot of donors will go to the website because they want to know who they're donating to. They want to see their work. They want to. It depends on the size of your gift. You want to also look at who's behind this organization, what they've done. Are they consistent or not? If they have partners, if they have field offices, who's implementing for them. So as you can see, Islamic Relief. This is the UK. It was founded in UK, Birmingham, and it's got other charities in the US, Islamic Relief US, and so on. But we're looking at the UK, the UK's organization, and this is who they are, how they were founded 40 years ago. Dr. Hanil Banna is the founder, and the first amount that he raised, I think it was 20p, and it was for the Eritrean refugees in Sudan, my people. So, when you look at an organization, okay, you we're going to look at it as fundraisers, and we're going to look at it as donors as well. Yeah. So let's look at Islamic Relief. Okay. So Islamic Relief is registered with Charity Commission. So every charity you can see in the bottom is got where it's registered. Okay, so this is their charity number. You can just put that on Google and then it will come up, or you can copy it and you can go to Charity Commission and then find that charity and paste it like this. Okay, and Islamic Relief Worldwide will come up. I've got it in this tab, so I'm going to close this tab. Okay, so what you'll see that as soon as you click on it, it will tell you where they work, responding to emergencies, caring for orphans. So this is what they specialize in. We're going to look at just the income now, okay? So their income is 275 million, okay? Expenditure is 235, okay? One thing that I want you to look at is the financial history, and then you can see where they are. 274, 2022, they were on 234. So it's increasing. Their gifts are increasing. Okay, so despite people telling you, "Oh, there's donor fatigue and all of that," I mean, these buzzwords and punchlines that you get off someone else's article, and you start putting it in your report to justify why you're not raising enough money. Look at Islamic Relief. What we can do maybe is just look at another organization. Okay, let's go here. Okay, let's look at, for example, human appeal. Okay, it's the next thing down, yeah. in my knowledge, I think. So let's look at Human Appeal, for example, another Muslim organization. Okay, 56. Yeah, uh, 56. That's not bad. Remember what they've got as well. They've got Human Appeal France. They've got Human Appeal in other countries. So let's look at one Ummah, for example. Yeah, another charity, 30. Okay, Muslim. Let's see. Uh, so let's go back. So we're not. Let's look at one Ummah. One Ummah financial history is also going up. Okay. Let's look at Ethar Relief. Okay, which is an organization that I know and I've worked with. This is like out there. It's public, so I'm not. We're not going into people's offices. And we're just giving a quick insight, okay? And I'm not, I haven't done this, so I'm just going to check it now. Financial history. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Now, what does this orange color mean? Okay. Mean expenditure and governance. No, it means something. This means something. Okay. So remember, there were 2021. They were on £2 million. Now they are on 790. You know what that tells you? That tells you that you know th- that's more than 50%. Okay, now we're going to go back to Islamic Relief. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why we're here, because we're going to go into their accounts, and I want you to do this as fundraiser. I want you to do this um, because um, this is out there. Okay, so this is how they made their money. Okay, this is how they spent their money. Yemen was majority of the given. Syria was majority of the given. After that, Niger. So you would think, okay, Gaza was, because the appeals and stuff like that. No, Yemen was. All right. So this is what they've done in numbers, but then some of them, what they will do is they will show you. Um, that's good as well, because what you see, you'll see their partners. This is who is granting them as well. Yeah. So um, maybe they're granting money to UNICEF to implement in areas where they can't be. Maybe UNICEF has given them money because uh, uh, Islamic Relief has got robust policies, and it's got field offices that can implement this. They know the culture. Like Qatar, uh, I don't think Islamic Relief will be giving Qatar charity money. It will be the other way around. Yeah. So it's good for you to look at these things and think to yourself, okay, hold on, where am I? Why do I have a nosedive? Why is it that I'm hearing, oh, donor fatigue? Do you have a single partner as institutions funding you? Okay, do you have major donors? Do you have high value donors? Okay, so we'll look at these things. This is we want to look at their income. This is a long report, uh, and then what it does, it tells you how they've raised their money, restricted versus unrestricted. Okay, if they have any investment. Okay, so it will tell you here, look, this is the income by institution. Now, if you take this Control C and then Control V in the other charities, copy paste, you won't find institution. Why? Because they just depend on buckets. They depend on peer to peer giving. They depend on crowdfunding, launch good, just giving. They on events. Uh, but the real money is in institutional funding. Now, this is in thousands, yeah. So, United Nation Development, this is how much they got off them. Um, this and that. Kuwait, this is how much they got from Kuwait. Muslim Aid granted them this amount. So this tells you that okay, there is some there's a pattern here. Okay, so Oxfam did not give them money in 2023, but it did in 2022. Okay, is that the case? Is that across the board of Oxfam? Has there been changes? So whoever's doing your grants and stuff like that should look at these things. Okay, um, and then and then it tells you as well. Look, donation disclosure by members. Okay, so you got USA, you got Canada, you got look at that. Okay, so let's look at their website again. Okay, so not a lot of people go into their annual return, but if you want to donate, you will just go here and donate. But if you want to fundraise, what you will do is maybe you want to join their events and challenges. Okay, you don't want to just donate here. You want to do something tangible. You want to be an asset. So you will volunteer. You would attend some of their events. Let's look at their events. So their events, you've got Empower Her a Night of Hope. You've got Halal on Tour. Yeah, this is halal food. I think Islamic Relief is sponsoring this. So some of these events will be what's the word? Will be their flagship. Okay, so whoever did this, look, it's the same image, but they should have put Halal Food Festival here. This is Halal Food Tour. But anyway, so, and then you got a Noor Family Festival. This is open for everyone. I have worked in this one, and what you will get a list of sponsorships and charities getting involved. I think it's in East London. Yeah, yes, it's in Ilford, and other charities are there. You can take a stall, or you can be the main sponsor. Islamic Relief has been the main sponsor for a while now. Uh, but something else that I wanted to share with you is let's go to challenges. So this is the events. So again, this is something that they would put on their website, but they are sponsoring other events. Okay, so they raise money through sponsorship as well. They don't have to put it on their website. Okay, uh, challenges. With challenges, what you get again is you get let's say the bungee jumping, where you would pay. You will have someone in challenges in your department, and he will do this. He will manage this, where they will book, let's say, for whatever number, and some other challenges. It's Muslim. Again, and Noor has got boat race as well. So we had the family as an event. Now this is a challenge where Muslim charities. I don't know if other non-Muslim can join, um, but basically you've got a minimum sponsorship, uh, and then you join and you race. Okay, and this is what they're raising the money for. So this is good as well because uh, you want to get people to challenge themselves. You want them to bond as well. And then there is there's other factors behind it. We don't want to get into depth. Okay, uh, some of them it's you might see them in other charities, um, and some it's flagships. Like for example, uh, s- you've got for example, look, uh, a Noor boat race is open for everyone, right? But another charity might have their own flagship that no one else is doing, whether it's an event or a challenge. So, for example, Human Appeal has got comedy tour, which they do in December, and now they have moved, or they've started another one in August because of the demand. Yeah. So what you get here is challenges and events. Okay. Another way you can get involved is by volunteering. Okay. Um, or you can go on deployment. Okay. Now, one thing that I like about this, look at how many tabs they got for volunteers. Okay. So why volunteer? What are the volunteer roles that they've got? Let's see what roles they've got. Okay. They need you for events. They need you for fundraising. They need you for promotion. You act as an ambassador. um, Challenges, brainstorming. That's really good. Um, Administration, especially administration takes a lot from charities and let's say orphan department. Because a lot, let's say if you're going to do food parcel, you're going to pay £50. It's going to go to the people. Let's say this is how many food parcels we've delivered, but orphan department takes a lot of administration, and it's good. And I've seen some departments where they depend on volunteers and they do good work. Cake campaign as well. So cake campaign, you've got that in Islamic Relief. You've got that in one ummah, you've got that in one nation. I'm just mentioning Muslim organizations because I do have a bit of insight in terms of what they do and when. Also volunteering for call centers, so you can work from home, you can work remotely or volunteer remotely. They've got charity shop. They've got one that I've seen in Birmingham, and so on. I did pick something up here, which was the cake campaign. So let's look at challenges. We've looked at this. So what I like about them as well is about their deployment, how they deploy their team, the fundraising team. So what you've got London and Southwest, London and South, which is regional fundraising team, and then this is who's the person in charge. Okay, um, and then you've got Midlands and Wales. You got the North, you got Scotland, and you got national uh, community fundraising team. Okay, so the cake, I think I've had it open somewhere here. So the cake campaign is really good, and there is lots of money through that. And I do really encourage organizations to come up with stuff like that. Why? Because you can't depend on donations, and you have to bring in money all the time to make sure that you can finance what you're doing. And with fundraising, it costs money to raise money. And a lot of people are saying, oh, we're 100% donation policy. You're not able to do that. Yes, it's not a myth. You can do it. You can be 100% donation policy where you're not touching the donation money to pay for your administration. However, you need to have something that's subsidizing your operation. Okay. And Islamic Relief started this in 2013, and this is how much cake they've sold. And it tells you how much they've raised through this. Okay, so the cake campaign, Cake for Syria, I believe it's got a website, and I was on it recently. You can see the color there. Um, so I think they only run this in Ramadan though. Okay, but this is how much money that was raised through this campaign. Uh, I'm not even going to read these numbers because it's crazy, and I really wish them the best. But what I think they started doing is Dubai cake. So they used to do this chocolate cakes, but now they started doing Dubai cake. Now let's order a cake. Whoops, it's not running. Okay, so why is it not running throughout the year? Because of the administration and not people are not going to buy these chocolates every week. But what I like here is these frequently asked questions. Okay, is it zakat applicable? Ordering, when do I get it? Delivery. Okay, so really and truly, you shouldn't reinvent the wheel. What you should do is you should look at what other organizations are doing, and what you go and do is you go and replicate it. You replicate the good. Okay, why did you replicate? How come you're saying this, Omar? You're someone that should know better. Because look, get involved, and it's telling you ideas. Okay, if you want to raise money, uh, here is what you could do. Here's ideas. Go and do it. Go and bake for sale. Go and car wash. Go and dress like this. Go and do car boot sale. Yeah, sky's the limit. They're not saying this so you can only do it for Islamic Relief, because you know what it is. Some people, they only care about their organization, but some organizations care about the sector. Okay, so the whole set, look, so they've got the third sector award. Okay, making sure that when they're raising money, they are scholar verified. You get this a lot now, where we're not just collecting zakah and distributing zakah um, uh, randomly. No, it's verified by scholars, and when you click on it as well, it gives you who their advisory board is. Okay, okay, quite renowned. Okay, okay. Now the thing is, because this is Islamic Relief, you have to represent Islamic. Yeah, but if you look at, let's say, one nation, one ummah, the word ummah. Okay, one ummah changed their website recently. Okay, so it's quite good. Okay, maybe I'll review this another time. Uh, But then you can look here, appeals, get involved. So they get involved page, it's event, deployments, charity challenge. Let's look at their challenges. They got, oops, isn't there like a list where you can, okay, maybe it's my eyes. But as you can see, look, there's not much going on. Maybe, okay, excellent. They've got, so you got Trek for Gaza, that's 2024. Okay, so I wanna raise money now. Okay, let's skydive. Actually, no, I wanna walk. Okay, mountain funds. Okay, it's closed. Yeah, so there's nothing coming up. Let's say I want to help this organization. Okay, it's there is nothing for me to click on. Okay, except the three peaks. Okay, we're 12th of July. So what happens next? Where do I click? Okay, what do I do? And the website has to be user friendly. Okay. Um, Another thing that I've realized, and I love One Ummah and I love whoever's doing good work. Last time I've checked, these links weren't working. Okay, so you can see there, you can see One Ummah events. That link supposed to take you to Instagram. That link's supposed to take you to Facebook, Twitter. Now, the size of this organization, which is One Ummah, I think they should give me a job, man. Look, 30 million and the links are not working. Yeah. So the challenges, when I go to challenges, look, I want to get involved. When I go to challenges, what do you have in place? Look at that. I can filter, but what I'm into. Um, let's say I want to run. It tells me, is it easy? Actually, I want something hard. No, they don't have anything hard. Intermediate, easy, easy, easy. They won't say the word. I don't think they're going to say the word hard, are they? Okay. See again. Yeah. Difficult. Okay. Tough. Yeah, I'm tough. Yes. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Let's do the Pakistan thing. Yeah. 1st of July. Straight away, it tells me how much I need to raise, the location, the difficulty, where it is. Is it local? Is it international? This is amazing, man. Okay, what it includes, not include the itinerary. If they, oh my god, no, no, no. Well, I haven't looked at this, but this is something that I really rate Islamic Relief for, and it's something for other organizations to learn from. And I do consultancy, so what I do is I always look at other organizations and I see, look, so they're doing this challenge in 2025, Pakistan. So it tells you what you'll do in day one. So there's no surprises, right? And this is accountability. So you can say to them, look, it's the 19th of September. I'm here. Why we're not visiting the projects? Okay. Uh, Day 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. And now training. Is it going to give you tips how to raise money? Okay. So this is where and when. This is why you're doing it. I told you, man. It's got the fundraising tips. How you can raise that money. Okay, is it gonna tell you to be in contact with us? I didn't. Well, I swear I didn't even see this. Is it gonna tell you get in contact with us if you want to help raise money? Imagine if they say that. Okay, it tells you what. Okay, additional information. Okay, what it includes. Thank you. No, they didn't. Okay, but it's good, because when you sign up for this, someone's gonna pick up your form and then they're gonna contact you, right? Okay. What else do we need to look at? Okay, so also look, uh, you can see what they're into, where they spend their money. Are they into education? Or are they into orphans? Um, so let's say one organization that I really like seeing. Let's do this now. Hold on. Let's do Islamic Relief here. Okay, worldwide. So you see. So what these organizations do, they'll put their reels and their posts, but what they will do, they will share in their stories. So certain things they won't put it up here. So this is challenges: Sudan, Palestine, Morocco, Afghanistan. Yeah. So again, it's consistent. You can see the cake here. So let's look at one last thing, which is Islamic Relief. Last tip, yeah? Last tip. So I don't know how far this goes. So 2019. Okay, what I would do if I was in your position, okay, let's say you just started a new organization, okay? What I would advise you to do is to go and look at a similar organization, okay? Okay, now there's no point you looking at, for example, um, Islamic Relief, okay, and trying to apply for institutional funding and competing with Islamic Relief when you just started, okay? So what I would do is I would look at a similar size organization that works in my field, okay, and I would see how they're doing it, okay. One thing I really liked about One Ummah, okay, so I think it was getting involved, and I think it was jobs or something. Uh, yeah, so this is good when it comes to fundraising, okay. You go and see what jobs they have, okay, and you read this. So this is a community fundraiser, yeah. This is what they expect. This is what they expect of him. Okay, community fundraiser is responsible for planning, organizing, and executing fundraising-related events, life saving, blah blah blah, car wash. Remember all these challenges that we saw there. Go karting again. That's challenges to target. Blah blah blah, and then here it will tell you who you're responsible, or who would you report to, which is the fundraising department. But this is what I want you to do. I want you to look at this because your target as a fundraiser will be this. So if you have a fundraising manager or a department, they need to plan and organize and execute at least, and then you fill up the gap, 2 fundraising events every month, such as blah, blah, blah. Plan, organize, and execute whatever, every whatever month. Okay. Such as, okay, so I can take this job and I've got KPIs, which is excellent because I love when your employer or your client gives you clear goals, because as soon as you achieve them, you can prove and improve. Prove that you can achieve them and improve in terms of, okay, let's build up. Okay, or if you haven't reached that target, let's say, okay, we're doing this, but nothing came. This is from God. This is a provision from God. This is money. Yeah. So I can't guarantee this money as a fundraiser. So then what we do is we prove that we couldn't do it, but how can we improve? By deploying X, Y, and Z. Okay. Now these things you can learn them in the job. Yeah. So with fundraising, maybe I don't have a driver license, but I've got a good network. Yeah, I've got a few influencers that can raise money and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into this. Maybe we'll do um, um, another stream to talk about how you can put a plan for your campaign, how you can put a plan for your department, and yeah, this is something that maybe we can do in the future. I hope you like this video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and feel free to send me some questions as well. Peace.